Alright, good morning. Time for our game. Our team has been doing really well, so let's see. Let's see if we can try and keep it together. We've been banished to the front room, so the connection might be a little bit tight, but hopefully not bad. Let's enjoy our game. Alright, some d4 on the board. Ooh, this is kind of cold still. Get that in. I think my opening tree shows this. There are other moves as well, but I'm kind of keen for this, so let's just do it. The Sämisch, immediate a3. So immediate a3 isn't like the best move, but basically these three pawn moves can all transpose quite easily. So a3 just kind of forces the position a little bit more versus e3 or f3. Because isn't f3 also known as the Sämisch? It's so confusing. Anyway, so in this position, my plan, unless something happens, is to play f3 and e4. I'm just going to set up a really strong center. Alright, so c5, I need to continue with e3 first, I think, and then just develop here. This is not exactly what I wanted, because I was kind of keen to get my bishop out and do that irregular pin, but it'll be okay. We'll see. Something that I used to kind of be uncomfortable with, be confused by, is what if black just kind of jumps out, you know, their two minor pieces and nails the c4 pawn. So number one, it's not a massive loss if they do, but you are able to stop it if you really want to with something like this. Alright, let's just continue developing. This is already not really the line I was looking forward to, but I did quickly glance through a few of them this morning, so hopefully it'll be okay. We'll see. I think in this line I go knight e2, and after I'm sufficiently defending this pawn, then I can go e4. So I'm just kind of slowly doing the same plan. I just have to do some intermediate moves as well. I hope everyone's doing good, by the way. This is a league game, so I won't be participating or glancing at the chat. The main reason is that if anyone in the chat goes, "Your queen is hanging," and I read it, then that could be considered outside assistance, because I shouldn't be able to see other people's commentary on my own game, right? Same as with OTB chess. Oh. And of course online we cannot really regulate people looking or not looking at the chat, but it's a good... Oops, sorry. It's a good thing just to try and keep that from happening. Just try and avoid any suspicion. Is that a word? Yeah, suspicion. Alright, black probably hasn't seen this position specifically, unless they did some special prep. I do think it might have come as a little bit of surprise though, because for the longest time now I've been playing the Catalan. Well, it's 9 o'clock in the morning here, by the way. It's the first time in a long time for me to play my chess game early morning as well, because since I started reviving the YouTube channel beginning of December last year, so it's been 2.5 months, 2 months and 20 days or whatever. I've been trying to make sure all my games are in the evening so I can stream, because evening in Japan means it's, it's like daytime in Europe and morning in the US. Yeah, so 92 here I think, and then I can castle and go here. Maybe I can still bring that bishop out. Although the point with the bishop really combines well with f3, because then after h3 you can do here, and if they even play g5 you can put your bishop back on f2, so it's probably still okay, but it's not quite the plan I have. Okay. So I think I'm going to go e4 here. And obviously my threat would be either directly to play e5 or just to throw out the pin and then play e5. And at any time if they play e5 I can just lock up the center. And then I can try and make some kingside plan happen. So if I go e4 and they go d5, I guess I'll just take once, undouble my pawns, and then e5 anyway. I think this is the normal 3 versus that kind of situation. You take once and then you push past. Even if they take here, I still have another pawn and it's defended, so let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, and now hopefully our dark square bishop will see some light. Let's see. I kind of miss not having music in the background. I feel like I only really play music when I'm, watch partying other people's games, but not for my own, but I'm kind of used to having some background noise. So maybe it's been a while since I've been sitting in the dark, so to speak. And I could maybe go h6 themselves now already, stopping me from this pin situation. That is also possible. All I know is that I think before I started playing the Catalan a lot, I was misplaying this kind of stuff big time. Uh-oh, am I offline again? Certainly hope not. No, it looks like I'm okay. Alright, close that before the chat comes up. Good, good, good. Here we go. Alright. So hopefully I'm not offline. Apologies if the connection is kind of terrible. I'm sitting in the front room. Although I think Nana will be able to come back. We'll see. Right, black considering. I don't think I've been in this position in a long time. Potentially even never. As I said, I used to misplay these positions a lot. So maybe this is the first time I'm kind of playing theory a bit more. Assuming this is theory. And I think that means black also just doesn't know the position very well. Alright, my stream is apparently doing very, very roughly. So let me go see if the wife is up and I can go to the other room. 1 second. Alright, I have good news and more good news. Indeed, I can move to the front room, which also means our connection will be better. Oh, okay, hang on. Yeah, so I'm almost certainly taking once. But then I have to push past because this pawn is hanging. Well, I can do this, I guess. So they take and I play f3. So all my pawns are still defended. Hang on, but yeah, because if they take, then they open up their queen, so they've got 3 attackers on my pawn, and I've got 2 defenders. Yeah, which could be sneaky if I actually had this pawn over here already. Because then after they take many times, I can unveil my queen. With a sneaky rip bishop takes h7. Yeah. So hold on to your hats, hold on to your horses. We are moving to the front room. It's good news all around. Okay, hang on. I don't think I can take everything at once. How to do this? Alright. Do you want to see me walk through my house trying to get to the other side? At least the apartment. Let's go. Oh, hang on. I need to turn off the aircon as well. Yeah. Alright. Time for a mid-game house tour. Turn on the light. Open the door. This is the one room. This is the other room. This is the hallway. This is me trying to open the door with my knee. There we go. There we go. This is the other room. And here we are back in our favorite spot. Nice. Nice. I was warned against it quite emphatically, but I am going to try a repeater for that front room, even if not for streaming, just for normal work, because I need to be able to function in that front room without problems. So, alright, and we're back, and we have a slightly better connection for sure, and it is our move. And now I want to turn on the aircon because it's cold. Window a little bit. Okay, so black did take as we thought they might, and I think in this position we're just pushing past. We could take, and then they've got isolated pawns, and we've got isolated pawns, but that's not benefiting us anyway, so pretty sure we go past. If we go here, unfortunately I think they're going to take, and then there's not for it, so I think we just have to push past. And yeah, time to castle. Definitely time to castle. If they decide to run their knight up to e4, I think I'll be taking that, to be honest. The reason being it's hitting this, well actually the reason being that that pawn then gets kind of isolated. Seems like it might be good. Although I guess I could also just jump over here first. Oh yeah, because if I open up, if I pull the pawn off, then this needs extra defense, so then I need to play up my bishop. So actually if they jump, maybe this is the move, kind of solidifying this whole chain. We'll see. We shall see. We are also quite dark. Let's get some. Dream. Once I get up here. Alright, it is a lovely day outside. So maybe afterwards we'll go for a walk in the park. Something equally enjoyable. We'll have to basically make this like just naked light to be worthwhile. Okay, I think we're just gonna play like whatchamacallit, like Two-Face for a while. Until I can close the curtain slightly, because I don't really want to shine this bright light in my eyes. It seems unnecessary. Okay. Yo. This morning is very busy. Also the chess. Also the chess. Right, I'm guessing black is kind of considering if they can get away with this move. I really do need to castle, but I think I need to put up my bishop first, or my queen. Not specifically for this, but because once they take... Oh, hang on. Maybe I miscounted this, because here... And if I take and they take, then they've got these three attackers, but I've actually got my queen at the back defending as well, so maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not. Okay, never mind. Complications avoided. Alright, I think we're just gonna castle. Getting out on this diagonal could be nice, but actually I think what might end up happening now is we might castle and throw our f-pawn, given that we've got this pawn structure going. But this is also a move just kind of keeping the whole structure kind of sane and safe, but in the very right now, I think a castling is in order. Okay, and we've gotten rid of our doubled c-pawn, which is great news. So our main weakness in the Nimzo has disappeared. Oh. Maybe I'll just close the one curtain a bit. Give myself a slightly less heavily two-faced shadow face. Alright. I'm pretty happy with how the game is shaken out thus far. Something I think I need to be aware of here, so this square is currently unprotected, so if that knight does eventually move, although currently it doesn't look like it's going anywhere, it might be necessary for us to protect this square with h3 or something if we still want to do this f-pawn plan. I think for black, f6 is kind of the main move now, because they need to get rid of our forward pawns, and I don't really want to get their knight onto this nice square, and then I guess everyone gets an IQP, so it's not the end of the world. I feel like f4 feels more natural. Take, keep my pawn structure, and then if they trade rooks, I can take with my queen, and then I can still bring out my dark square bishop some way. I also just have this threatening to take that pawn, so if they push, and here, and then here, oopsie, if I push my queen up, then I have to push again, so they'd have not a lot of not a lot of king pawns left. So that might be good for me. And of course, just always this tension. If they take, I need to be able to take back. So, although now I do have this, right? So if I jump my knight somewhere else and they take again, I can sack, take my queen. But yeah, again, I don't really want to lose the pawn presence in the center if I don't have to. I guess I also have a pawn moves now, actually. If I want to try and break down their queen side. I don't have to play on the king side, I guess. I can also try go for this light squared pawn with something like this now, hitting there. Maybe they take, then I have to do this sacking pattern. Oh, it's not quite whatchamacallit, a Greek gift, because the knight's on the wrong square, but it is very interesting still. I can get this check in, they have to run back. They can't take, because I would fork, so maybe they push past. Then I can hit here, I can hit here. Man, there's a lot going on. Oh, okay. Rook e8, never mind. Change of plans. I guess they are looking to maybe open up a bit more. Oh, actually, I wonder if this still looks pretty good for me. Hitting this pawn. If they push, I can push past. My pawn's protected. I wonder if there's something there. Take my knight's here now, right? And then check. They have to run back here. I can come over. Check there, which isn't mate, unfortunately. But I go here, they go here. I push first, I guess they run their knight over there. Ah, but then that's protection. So here, take first, check, back, then push. Then knight comes over. Yeah. Then that's mate, actually. Shit me. If I get this in first, right? Because this square is pretty... Oh no, but then the knight's covering that as well. Otherwise I just push, and if they push... I can to get this, make them move one of the pawns. Actually, now that they're off the F file, maybe I want to do this, because if they take back, I just have the file. So, candidate moves bishop over to b2, just protecting this entire chain. f4, expanding on the king side, expanding on my kind of dominant, what would I call this? The file where I have a rook and they don't. The dominated file is probably not right. Knight f4, getting a little bit tricky. Hitting this pawn, underfitting this pawn, but I have this to take back if I need to. Yeah, that's not good. So that's off, because my mid structure crumbles if I do that. So then it's one of these. This is still pretty much a good move, I guess. Because if I do this, then my knight can move. Also my other rook can come out, so this has some real benefit. And at the end of the day, if the entire mid crumbles, I also have a fianchetto bishop looking at their king. So it's kind of like a slightly long-term benefit. It's not an immediate plan. I guess I can still play f4 after they play f6, so I don't have to play it immediately. Take, I'm back on the file anyway. And then I've got my bishop here, so my knight can move. Take, bishop is defending it. Oh, it's okay, thank you. Yeah, this is feeling better and better. I likey bishop b2. Alright, is my connection working? I wanted to say, like, someone tell me, but I can't see your chat, so it doesn't matter. Maybe I should try. I know that Twitch has like a emote only chat thing, which I mean, yeah, I guess so. Emote only, you still see people reacting if they react right, so if there's some massive like mate on the board, maybe people are starting to spam something. I don't know. Recently I feel like maybe I'm the one that's a little bit too too concerned with like optimizing stuff. There's players who get forfeit scheduled draws sorted out in the like middle of the week, and I feel like, oh come on guys, you could have got an alternate to play. You know, you didn't have to schedule your draw. You could have kept on trying to get some chess in, you know, letting someone else play, but again, maybe just a little bit too too worried about the problems. I also know that this is something, I'm sorry, here, and I have a battery, and then after they move, I've also lifted my queen so I can swing over to like g3. Yeah, and then I can still push here, but that seems a bit unnecessary. I think it's probably better just to continue as I was planning. Also, if anyone's wondering, c4 is a mistake for black. It does give, apologies, it does give them kind of control of b3 and d3, but it lets go of the tension, and then I don't have to keep all of this stuff around anymore. I can move everything away. So if they do this, I fall back, and it's actually pretty good for me. All said, all told. Also, it means that this pawn is never moving really. I guess it isn't really moving anyway, so they have to bring their light square bishop up this way. Okay, I don't know if I know. I've been yawning on stream so much lately, every evening and every morning now as well. I don't know if White is specifically happy with their position. I'm guessing they're a little bit uncomfortable because they've got all of these guys still trying to figure out where they should go. So maybe not bad for me. The light square bishop for them is probably going to have to come out. Okay, yeah. Okay, maybe they're rerouting their knight over to here. They're also just bringing their light square bishop out. And this is now where my g4 square becomes a concern, because if I push here and then they put their knight, their bishop over here, then I have to... Ah, it's okay, I'll just drink this. Thank you very much, love. Receiving the tea. It's another benefit of being close to the kitchen. Yeah, so my g4, they're trying to maybe bring out their light square bishop. Because anyway here will be good for them, right? If they can swing it around like this. So I think actually maybe h3 is a move here. Just stopping that bishop from coming here. Because if it can't come here, it can't swing back onto this diagonal either. So it can't oppose my bishop. I guess the other thing that this is that they also give some pressure on this pawn still. But it's still only 3 because this pawn is never moving anymore, so my bishop, my knight can actually move now. I guess the other option I have is just to jump this knight out of the way. But then I can't push anymore, so that's not really a great idea. So if they go here, I have to go here. Yeah, so I think h3 is my move. Don't think there's too much problem with this. Their queen coming out doesn't really matter that much. I can put my knight here, and then I can jump here. I'm just making arrows, I guess, and I could go here. Actually, if the queen comes here, then I'd obviously be pushing straight into it, so I get a tempo on it as well. And then I still get f5 also, which is looking a little bit dangerous maybe for black. Although I don't know if I actually want to play f6 in that position. I probably want to wait. I even maybe after f5 want to just bring my rook out so I can bring my queen out, so my other rook can play. Okay, but either way, here they've got 3 attackers on my pawn, plenty of defenders, no problemo. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stop that light square bishop from being able to come out. I'm really enjoying how this move stops their light square bishop from coming out. I mean, technically they can go here and here, right? But it's kind of, why? What's the point of going there? So yeah. Although I guess the one good thing for this knight jump is also that they get a knight to defend all of this. So pretty good for them to have a knight back on the king's side just to help defend. The one thing for this also is that obviously now f4, my king also has less, protection around it. So maybe just want to make sure I don't completely sack my position. I could also go here and then like g4 and just go like balls to the wall, like all my pawns up in the game, 0 left on the second rank. That could be quite fun. Probably not the best move, but should be enjoyable as well. How's my two-face going? Still quite a... Okay, I can see that's quite a big jump in the situation. Oh, but this block needs to get some light, so I think we're just going to live with it. What if I move my... I don't think it's worth it, never mind. Let's just stick with it. Oh, this man. Can go back here. There you go. If the one is ending, I'd wanna be next to you. Anyway, I don't think, Jim, I don't know if you're there. Maybe this is not a good time. You'd be the only one, I think, who could be able to understand the reference over here. The Komen Bonsai. Yeah. Oh, hello, it's a queen move. Okay, but this is exactly... Okay, I guess the point is, though, that they're now threatening this pawn because they're pinning it, right? So, fair enough. But I would still get this move in first. And then you actually have to get your queen off of this diagonal because my king is managing and the pawn is managing, this pawn is managing and this bishop is managing, so the whole file is off limits. I could also just do this, but I'd prefer to kind of progress. Well, I guess here the problem is that I'm letting them get into... Oh no, hang on. Here I'm not letting them get in because I'm covering the square. Important note. Alright, so if I push up, you can't stay on the file. You can't go there. You've got these three options. And I wonder if I'm slowly trapping your queen, actually. Yeah, if you go to the bottom, I can push f5, and then your light square bishop is just cut off again. And I still have enough defense here. If you go to the side, I can hit you here and here, and then I can also take this pawn. If you go back, maybe I hit you with my bishop then, actually. You only got two attackers on this pawn, so it doesn't need a third defender right now. Oh, hang on, maybe I push first, blocking the light square bishop, and then I come and hit you. And this square, I don't know. Gotta think. This square, I don't really have a good way to attack that square. Maybe I have to go here so I can push. Alright, it's f4 is almost definitely the move here, so I think all of those variations just look very good for us if the queen sticks around. Already we're covering all of these squares, so options are really here or just running back to one of these squares. This one we push, this one we can do the knight jump. Oh, it does drop our queen unfortunately, but this pawn is still hanging. I guess I could move out of the way first before I jump. Give them one more move. I guess maybe also just f5 in all the positions is good, just to lock off the light square bishop. So even if they go here, I go push, stopping that knight from jumping back in, stopping the rook from lifting, stopping the light square bishop from coming in. And if they go here, Yeah, okay, so maybe in all positions I'm just pushing my pawn first. And then I'm either jumping the knight, bringing the bishop back, or moving my queen to get out of this. I don't have to trade, but I can put some problems. Only these two means I only need these two to remain. These two to remain. I mean, I could even just sack the pawn, they take it with their pawn, and I just move on with life. It's not an immediate problem. They've got isolated double d-pawns, so don't think anyone is winning the game immediately with that. Okay. It's a long weekend in Japan, which is very nice. So, don't think this works because you lose your queen. So we are going to continue our kingside aggression with f5 here. And it turns out all the variations. We're just immediately going to continue with this. Just locking out that and that and that from coming in. Very important. Also then if they do push, we can actually push as well. Because they don't have a dogs for bishop anymore, right? So this diagonal is basically all ours. Ours for the taking. We can swing around our bishop. Oh man, this is the kind of game I'm not especially good with. Because it gets kind of sharp, and then all of a sudden I kind of just lose focus and lose. And then life sucks. Alright, so I'm covering this square, this is protected, this square is covered, this square is covered. So I don't think there's any reason to worry about too much here. I think we're just going to push. Yeah, this square is also covered, here. The frustration in this position is that I can't hit the queen easily. I have to like bring up my king. But I think actually after that they have to run away. If they don't, the queen's going to get trapped, I think. So here, and if they try and stick around, you know, I get basically free jumps. So I can take and then go back and then here and like fork their rooks. So I think this queen is a little bit misplaced right now. If you take, I take. My pawn is still mega protected, no problemos. If I have another move here, I mean I could even like lift the rook to hit the queen, and then these would be the squares. And then maybe here, and then this. Because I'm also covering all of these squares, right? So this is the only exit path for the queen. So they've got to be very careful. Looking at what if they push their pawn. I think I could still throw this in first. I mean, if they go here, I even have like a rook lift action over the king, then it can't take the pawn. Although then I also put my bishop, my rook on this bishop's diagonal. It's a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, I can hit the queen again. here I could do this, threaten to... Oh, hang on. My rook wouldn't be protected. Oh, I'd have to protect my rook with that, yeah. Yeah. So if they take, I could take unleashing. Yeah, actually this move would be terrible because, I mean, even if you take, your king's just getting opened up. You've got isolated pawns in front of it. This move, I think I'll push past. Although, maybe I throw this in first because your queen is just running out. That's actually the only like real exit you have, right? So maybe I do this first and then I push past. And the queen will be somewhere here. Dangerous. And I'm covering both of these squares. Yeah, so this and this doesn't work. This move, I mean, just less space for the queen to go to, I guess. So I don't know if I want to use the bishop or the rook, the knight to continue. Or if I want to just push my king up and then here. It feels a bit safer because my king is kind of holding on to my h-pawn as well. Push the queen away, less spots, and then I can still do this lift or this jump or this redirect. All possible. Oh, alright, I think we're doing pretty good. A little bit nervous we mess it up. We'll see. I mean, doing this for black, I don't think that's the end of the world though, because then they can bring their Lightscore bishop out like this way and get their rooks active. The reality TV person says they don't feel like an adult, they feel like early 20s, and I think, oh my goodness, yeah. Many of us that feel that way. Okay. They just moved their queen by themselves. This pawn is still protected enough, doesn't matter. This bishop doesn't have eye line, so that doesn't matter. So maybe that... Well, I can jump here because if they take there, I can take again, and then I can take here, and it just opens up against the queen. But I could also just redirect now. Force their queen to go back. I do still have this move. Now if I go here and they run backwards, I think I'm coming out with my knight so I can get my queen involved. Yeah, this is one of those positions where I'm not actually sure how to proceed with these pawns. Not quite sure what the best move is for me here. I can close off, and then they're going to take here, hit the queen. Mate, I lose. I don't really want to move this f-pawn at all right now. They can attack it again with this knight, I guess. I got this as an idea, but it doesn't feel right. I got this, which feels like the move. There's also this check, which doesn't feel nice. So maybe I just want to keep on covering all the squares so their queen can't come in. And I've, gained time. I guess if they come in, it doesn't really matter that much. But maybe then they want to start taking... Yeah, I think... Well, actually, my bishop would still be here, but... Maybe it's time to redirect. Or do I want to trade off? I don't want to trade off an inactive bishop sitting on the back rank. Who would ever want to do that? And you're back in the same situation. You don't have any squares on this diagonal of on this file after I go here. Well, you also don't have the threat right now, so if I go here, if they sit here again, then I guess I'm just doing this, right? Don't want to push. This also doesn't really feel like it matters much. They can take. Alright, so definitely we want to... The only other option I would consider is maybe going here, but I don't want to give this check. I think it complicates the situation too much. Let's just get this queen either out of there and say thank you for the extra tempi, or, you know, let them bury themselves more into the queen, into the king side with their queen. I guess they don't want to go back because everything else is already kind of passive-ish, semi-passive. So they're using their queen because they're trying to have some active play. Now you literally only have 2 moves. This walks into my knight jump, which I'm quite excited by, because you can't defend the pawn either, so I'll take it. And I'm threatening your rooks. I can actually threaten one of the rooks and then reroute my knight to d6 as well. This would be a pretty strong square to be on because they don't have a dark square bishop. So yeah, this move, probably not great. If you go here, I think we're back into my previous thought process. I'm covering all of these squares, so I'm going to move my king up so I can just kick you back. And then I've got pawns like this, which feels significantly better than this pawn being over there. These 2 pawns with my king still feel safe. This pawn is still stopping their multitude of pieces from coming in. And the queen has just so few squares. It has to go back here or just run into the corner. But I think at that point, no way they would stay around with their queen again. I think that's pretty suicidal. Okay, let's go. Okay. I think the other thing that's important is I don't have to win. I'm clearly in control, so I can just slowly improve my pieces, and with every move black has to live with the discomfort of their position and having few ways to really unwind. Apologies. So it seems pretty good. I do see now also that if they jump back here, okay, I was going to say if they jump back here, then either immediately or in the next move I could play, probably not immediately, probably I would move my knight first. Then I could have played f6, hitting their queen and the pawn. And I mean, if they let me take, then obviously just open up the king a bit more. If they move, I don't really want to do that. Alright, so yeah, this is the one where I can do this jump, but then we trade queens. I don't really want to. I also have this, but that doesn't really. So maybe I just move my own queen at this point. Just move my queen over, take this, square off the game, and then this screws their queen heavily, doesn't it? Maybe I move my queen over and move here, then they still have this square, which is frustrating for sure. Oh, but then I can do this. Ah, but then they can run away. I don't want to do that. Okay, so it's going to be here and here. Then they have this square. I guess I would take. They would run back there. I can go up. Alright. Anyway, I think queen over is the move here. This is still protected. I take away this square. They have very few squares right now. These are all protected. This is protected. So if I take this square away, is there a better way to do this? Oh, isn't this just the move then? Oh, I think this is still hanging. So it doesn't quite work just yet, but here. Oh, guys, can't I just trap this queen already? They've only got these two squares. Oh man, I mean, I've got to be plus something at this point. I just have to figure out what to do. I want to know, because if they start lashing out, maybe it's the move that loses the queen. So here, if they take, I can take back obviously, but what if I just immediately jump in? This is the only squares they have available. If they go here, I think I'm going to go here, because then I have this, which threatens checkmate and the queen. If they go here, they go back. I mean, I could even like just put this, because if they take, oh no, yeah, okay, hang on, if they take, I can go up. Not quite, but still pretty strong. I'm not quite winning though. Alright, let's just go with the first good move. The queen is incredibly short on squares, so let's just take one more off the board, and then we'll see. I guess there's also here, and then I can lift rook, but lift rook, I can lift my rook, but they can run away, which is unfortunate, and I'm not sure what my knight is doing. Maybe it's jumping over here, and then I bring my queen in. Threat and mate, they have to push, and I can win the exchange here. Take, and then there, and I can try walk my queen into to mate as well. Okay, so maybe it's not the end of the world actually if I do this, because of this rook lift. So difficult to know which is the best. Hit the queen. Yeah, they only have this square. So this whole this whole thing is kind of forced. They probably have to run there or there. Jump the knight, because it makes space for my queen. Rook here, two bishops pointing down. I've been able to get most of my pieces attacking the king's side. Pretty good. Pretty good. With you, that song from yesterday, Furin. You played it in the car. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. I actually don't know all the notes for that, as you can hear. I'm not singing it very well. Can you play it in the background quick? I'll try singing. How does it start? I can never remember how songs start. I can always sing along once it's going, but the first notes always elude me. I used to think I'm not that bad at singing, because I was in the choir at elementary school for quite a few years. It was really fun. We competed in competitions. I think we won sometimes. I wasn't really aware of the competitive element. I just knew this is a thing we do. So it goes to show how much I understood about that. Trying to remind myself of all the moves black can do and what I would do against them. So I don't want to mess this up. I'm aware that I'm probably doing really well. So anyway, and then my voice broke, and I still thought I sang fairly well, but I think I only sing like certain songs okay, because they have to be within a certain range that I can hit nicely. What do you think, Furi?
What?
Do you think I sing well certain songs? Certain songs. You
Want me to say yes?
I want you to say yes,
Yes,
of course.
yes.
Okay, thank you. My goodness. You want to say no though, don't you?
No, I don't know what song I'm going to do.
Okay. Alright, so we've been to karaoke a few times and she doesn't know which song I'm referring to that I might sing well, so clearly I'm not singing any of them very well. Okay, I'm really liking this version. So I'm thinking this is what we're gonna do. Because here they only have this square, and then here they have to, oopsie, they have to go back, so it's quite forced. And then jumping the knight out, they still haven't made any progress with the rest of their pieces. And then I can bring my king, which is a mate threat here, and they have to move their pawn. At which point I can kind of hit their queen first, and then I can take the exchange. Or actually, I can hit their queen first, take the exchange. I mean, I was thinking if I could just kind of take the knight, and then my knight's ready, so my queen can try and mate on h7, but not so sure if this is what's gonna come past. Alright, maybe this is a good time to take a little half point review of the game. I think black has fallen into a kind of unfortunate situation that I've done in the past as well. So I decided to play a Nimzo, which I think black has faced a few times. And I played what I think is called the Sämisch, which is just a3 immediately, which seems kind of weird. But you just crystallize the position you want here and then. Okay, in this position I actually want to play f3, e4, but they played c5, so I have to play e3 first, so it's a bit slower. Develop the castle, develop the knight, and now because the pawn is sufficiently protected, and my bishop is also protecting this pawn. I can castle and I can play e4, so I played e4, and then they played d5, which is good for me because I have doubled pawns, so I can get rid of the doubled pawn and then set up this kind of central control, which I did. And here the thing that black I think was taking a bit of time on in this position was whether or not they can jump here. No other move was good, I think. I think maybe this was an option. I'm not sure what I would have done with that. This clearly is terrible because I would just be able to kick the knight and then take it and mess up their pawn structure in front of the king. So they decided to go backwards. Then I castled, and here I wanted to play this move. I also thought this might be fun, by just hitting that pawn and whatnot. But I settled for what is probably the most principled move, and something that I would never have done if I wasn't studying these openings back in the day, which is to put the bishop behind this massive chain of pawns. I also realized now in hindsight, probably they were trying to put their knight over here already, that's why they put the rook over. So I did that. Anyway, back to the current situation. Okay, they pushed. Okay, so pushing doesn't work as such. I can do this, and then the same situation is still on the board. I can also hit the queen first if I want to do that. Queen will go back here. Then I would hit the queen again, maybe I would push, hit the queen again, and then they only have 3 whites, or they've got these squares to go to, I guess. Wait, what am I saying? They've got these squares to go to, I guess, yeah. These two would get hit if I take with my knight. This one wouldn't. So they could do like a little knight sack in that case, I guess. Alternatively, I just push and then I do this, because it doesn't really open up anything for them. As said, they don't have a dark square bishop, so this this diagonal doesn't mean much for them. Just gotta consider which one's best. Now this move doesn't feel quite as good. I don't know, here, queen goes back here, they get out of the way, I jump up, but they're defending the mate threat from the side, so they can get their other rook involved, so I think this is probably the best way to go. Yeah, I think this is fun, pushing the queen around. Obviously, this is what I was preparing, but I think this is way better. They just lose their exit square on the back. This bishop has even less scope down this diagonal, so I no longer have to keep 2 of these guys defending the backwards pawn. This knight still has no squares, even less, because it can't go here. This knight, I guess, can jump out this way still. This was something I saw. Yeah, I guess we just got to be a little bit calm. No reason to and I guess if they eventually sack a piece for 2 pawns, it's good for us anyway. If the world was ending, I want to be next. I'm just seeing that here, if they're like sacked, for instance, then I could, fork these 2 pieces. They'd have to run backwards. I could also just bring my queen out this way, and then I still have this bishop also coming down, and this pawn is pinned, so this pawn is weak. I don't want them to sack for. I don't want them to sack for 2 pawns. I want them to just have no moves. So I'm wondering if this is what I want to do here. But then this is still not quite the same sack, I guess. So this way lets the queen escape. I probably want to push, and then the queen has to go like here or here or here, because in that case if they sack, no, I guess it's still the same, they could still sack if they really wanted to. The other thing though is obviously I want to bring out my queen here. Okay, I'm just going to go for what feels like the most principled. We are just continuing to limit black's options, limit black's space. Feels right. Feel right, Brian. Feel right. What does Stewie do when he says that? I feel right, Brian. I think he's like, oh, he's wearing drag. I think that's what he's doing. Yeah, I feel right, Brian. Nice. Alright, so this bishop is now completely dead on this diagonal. This diagonal, they're still sitting behind their own pawn. This diagonal I've got covered currently. This rook behind the pawn, up behind the bishop. This knight still has the same options it did before, which is unfortunately not great. Okay, so pretty sure this is what we're coming in with now. And then they're gonna have this square and this square. And then I can do this, and they have to go back to that square. And then I can do this again. Don't really know where I want to go, but I can do the same move a few times if I want to. I can go here. Queen has to go back here again. Really, all I need to do is defend this h-pawn so I can play g4. And then the queen is stuck. So, actually in this position, maybe instead of this, maybe it's just queen up and g4. And they're going to have to sack because they have no way to get the queen out. We've successfully gotten all of the squares under our control. This is what we're currently controlling. The only square we're not controlling is this one. I guess the other option I could do is like this, then they go, then here, then they go back, then I do this. Then I don't have to bring the knight back. I'm covering all of these. Okay, this makes more sense. So I'm gonna go here, make them move their queen. I'm gonna take this pawn, make them move their queen, and then I'm gonna attack the queen, and then the queen is officially trapped. And no, I don't get it for a pawn, but who needs it for a pawn if you can just take it for a piece? So I think this is where black is now finally going to sack. Probably the knight square bishop, I guess. Maybe not, because they're trying to have an attacking line on the king. I'm expecting this. Sooner or later, I'm expecting something like this. Unless they like push here. If they push here, I still do this jump, they go back, then they have this square, which unfortunately I do not cover. But I can actually take this to open up their queen again. And then they run back. And then my knight's over here. So I jump back again. And then it's a rook lift to hit the king. And this pawn is also still hanging. And then this pawn is also a bit weaker. Ah, oh, don't move, don't move your pawn. I'm trying to hit your queen. Okay, this obviously just kills the queen immediately. So this or this, I guess, is the only. This one. I guess I have to take in that situation. There isn't really much to it. And then I'm up on this square, so I take, and whichever way they take, I can take the F pawn as well. And then I've got this pawn will be hanging low. Oh man, yeah. I guess the other thing I can do with that move is I can just bring my queen out and stick it against the king for a second. And then I can do this here, and then I can hit check, opening up. Okay, so actually this is maybe not the end of the world. I just have to get the right queen move in. Right, so it's either a sack here or it's the g pawn moving. Oh, if they move it twice though, yeah, I have to take. There's no... I have to take... And then unfortunately this pawn is dying, so... Yeah, if they move this... Ah, they did do it. Okay. Alright. I mean, I have to take. There's no... So I'm going to trade these two pawns for these two pawns. But black is suddenly going to get way more activity. It's a little bit unhappy. Yeah, if I do, yeah, an in-between move now, while fun, unfortunately means that I can't take en passant next time, so they get their closed off position that they're hoping for. So I guess I should calculate a bit, but pretty certain there's only one move for me here I have to take. This is what I dislike about these positions, you know, like probably I'm still doing well, but all of a sudden black just explodes and has so much activity, you know. There's no other moves that really make sense. Get my queen in there, but it's not worthwhile. Yeah, and if I give them time... So the queen is still stuck though, right? The queen has to go there. No, it's not stuck anymore, it's got this. Alright, we're just cleaning some veggies quick. And I will do the dishes later. Okay. I mean, I have a bit of time. I guess I can calculate a bit before I just make this move, but... Take... If they take with the pawn, I guess I'm taking here... I've got two pieces hitting this. I've got three hitting that. Oh, gotta be so careful. I really dislike this. Now, what if I just don't take? What if I say, never mind, no more king attack, I'm just gonna chill out? Feels bad. Feels like definitely not the right move. I just hate that I'm gonna lose the e-pawn, because their rook is already on this file. But it just doesn't look right. So I can like sack my knight, for instance. Seems kind of silly. But that'll give me, my bishop gets this diagonal. I can try and get a check in here maybe, but that doesn't help, does it? Oh, I think I have to take en passant. And I still don't have this, and they no longer have danger on both dark squares. So. And to get my knight over here is going to take forever. Doesn't feel good. I mean, it could be the best move, I just don't like it. Oh my goodness, okay. Take. I'm guessing they don't take with their knight. If they take with their queen, then they're in for some problemos. Oh, they can't take with their queen, I've got pressure. So it has to be the knight or the pawn. So probably the pawn. Maybe I push my pawn once, and then I take. No, I really hate this move. It's such a great position. I have absolutely no idea if it's going to be okay or not. Able to control the game so well. Okay. Right, here we go. Got to get some time to be able to calculate later, so. En passant it is, opening up the king. But opening up my king as well. You know, this is now no longer quite as easy as it was before. Or at least doesn't feel that way. I like that I realized I also have a rook left that still hits the queen, and I'm still cutting it off here and here, so if they take with their knight, I still get their queen, I think. If I take with the pawn, if I take with the pawn, what do I want to do? I can jump. I can take this pawn because it's not defended. This one's gonna hang. But depending what they take with, I'd still have a jump on the queen and this piece, whatever it is. Oh, and I would have 3 attackers on that square now, wouldn't I? So here, I take, let's say they take with their bishop. I go here. And the queen is hit, and the bishop is triple attacked. So I can take. Mega takes. Okay. It's too much to calculate in a position like this. If they take with their knight, I think the queen's just dead. Oh, hang on. I don't have this square. Then their knight is helping to... Oh, hang on, no. Okay, so if they take with the knight, I take, they put the king, I take with check first, and then I take the queen, okay? If they take with their queen, it's dead. So it's not good. Alright, so if they take with the pawn, which looks like the most likely, I think I take here. And then after something takes there, if the rook takes there, if the rook takes there, I guess I have to take once first. Take with the bishop, for instance. Then I hit them both. Oh wow, they actually just took into the front. Very unexpected. I can take this way, and that gives their queen nowhere to go still. Oh, that gives their queen this. Okay, so this is the time. Here they take me, I take them. Bleak. What if I jump out of the way? This was the plan, but now they're defending it. So I do just continue opening up their king, and then I get a check before I jump. That seems best. Maybe their queen gets a way to get away, but I hit. Yeah, they do have this. They are double attacking this. So this now doesn't work. Because they can take here. And then this bishop isn't actually protected, so I'd have to go here, hit their queen. Then I'd have to go here, get their king. No, I think taking is just best. What if they take the contact with their king? What am I talking about? Okay, so whatever they take with, I'll be able to get a check in, and then I'll be able to get my jump in, so this looks good. My teammates are going to be so excited if I'm not the only one not winning a game. We did it, kind of thing. Alright, they can move their king out of the way, I guess. That's also an option. Just hide it in the corner. And then I go here, which threatens mate, actually. And I still have this jump, which forks the rook and the queen. Who thought the right move would be to just keep on taking pawns? I wish this rook was doing something, but I guess if he wanted to, he could lift up here. Okay, so they take with their knight. Oh, I guess the point being that then they have this. I'm still gonna get this exchange at least, and then I can take that. Oh, okay, this is getting very dangerous, I think. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing this they can run out of the way, or they can put their knight in the front, and then I will get my jump. They don't have any checks. They can run their queen back here, I guess. Then I can take the exchange, maybe they take with their bishop. Then I can take the knight twice, which hits the king. I still have my rook on this file as well. And I can bring the other one out as well, so I think this is pretty good for me. Pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and check and get out of that out of that pin. As I was placing the queen, I went, hang on, they don't have a dark square bishop, right? Like the first piece that went off the board. Like I'll always double check I don't make some silly mistake, right? Okay, so options, knight out, which I'm kind of expecting, but they also have one of these. Okay, worst case I'm still going to get a exchange, because if they move out of the way, for instance, and then I jump and then they put their queen on the front, I could still take the exchange. Although if they move up here, I can also get a check in first, which might be fun. Not so fun if they do that though. Then actually not too bad, because then this is check with... Yeah, okay. Oh, hang on, didn't I look at this earlier? If they move like here or here, then I do this, then they go here, then I check. Yeah, hang on, I did look at this. I did look at this. Forgetting my own calculations. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Happy naps. Oh, I forgot to tell people I'm streaming, didn't I? Maybe I'll just like, we're basically finished, but... no, never mind. What if someone's like writing something about the game? I'll just finish. I think I'm winning the queen kind of just in almost any variation now, if they move their king. If they do this, I'm getting the exchange. Because both of these run into the same problem where they can't, you know, if they oppose, I still get the check in and take with my bishop. This one, if they oppose, then I get this, oh sorry, then I get this check in first. Oh, what if they weren't there then? Then I guess I don't. Oh, but then this knight is hanging. Wow. It's like I'm asleep while I'm playing. Then this knight is hanging, right. I'll take this. Come on, guys. Alright, I'm gonna risk it. I'll just quickly post. I'll prepare the... Okay. Forgot to say I'm streaming. In the end game. Sharp and exciting. And post that. Okay, so I'm just gonna post this directly into the... Oh, what did I do? I just zoomed. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. And we're back in action. And we didn't look at any of the chats, so we don't have to worry about if we saw something. Alright. Okay, so yeah, so I guess the point is if they go sideways here, they can't oppose really because this knight is hanging. Oh, but the knight would take the queen, I guess. Here... Oh man, I can't calculate all of this. Let's just see what they make a move. Let's just see when they move. I'll figure it out from there. Big ups to Black, by the way, for fighting. Okay, it is the front one. It is the one that kind of like semi-hangs the... Alright, so this is here. I'm guessing they're coming this way. So they come in. I can check the king. If it goes anywhere that makes this check, I'm crushing. So here or here is very good conquer there. So this is the only other move I have to figure out. If they go there, I mean I have this check, but unfortunately I guess they could take with their queen. Then I can come in here and they'd have these squares to run to. I don't know. Oh wait, my bishop is here in that line. Never mind. Maybe I should just take the exchange and say thank you. But I feel like there should be more. Here, they move their queen over. I have this check as well, which might be nice. I'm hitting this knight. So if they do this, I get the knight still. So here they hang this piece or they run their king somewhere else. And then I have this move. Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Oh, they have the knight jump, I guess, here. Less enjoyable, but then I still get this exchange plan in. I don't know what is best here. This one they'll take. I'm just sacking a piece to get an exchange seems kind of silly. Taking directly doesn't seem like it does much. So here I'm guessing they jump their knight back. Then I take the exchange. Problem with that is also that they'll have this pressure with their queen. Let's see, check, knight over, get here. Then they have this square, I guess. Oh, but then I will also have, if my knight is still here, I'll be able to push their king around. If the knight's there, they'll have to run away from the... So probably they'll go there. Then I go check, they take that one, I guess. Then I can come in with my queen over here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is the best one then. The line I'm calculating is here, then here, oops, sorry. Here, then here, then here, then I'm expecting queen to run, I don't know, here or here or here. Are the options really? Then I check with the support of my bishop, of my knight still. And then they only have these two squares to go to, or maybe they have this one as well, I guess. In the back. Two of them come with check, last one doesn't. But I can still take with check if I really wanted to. And then I can take here. And then I can do here. I think so, right? Here. Just see again. Check the call, I come in. If it looks like it doesn't work, I can also just take the exchange, I guess. Just be like, thank you, exchange, moving on. The other option I have right now is just to take here. And then they take there. I don't want to. I want to leave that for a better spot. So this, and then here, and then I come in here, and then I don't know. The queen runs somewhere, and then check the king. The king has these options, and this check works because the knight is pinned to the king still. So check. They move somewhere here. And then if it's one of these, obviously I can take with check again, which is great, and then I can take here, which is nice. I can also, after they move somewhere, just take here first. I'm still threatening this as well. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Over here with the check. So it's gonna be a knight jump, almost certainly. We're not messing this up. Oh yeah. Early morning chess, sleepy. Oh wow. They just ran away completely. Okay. Really didn't expect that. So I can take here. Guess this knight isn't hanging like I was hoping. Maybe this wasn't the best continuation. If I jump here now, queen's probably coming in. Ooh, but then I can take here. Jump here now and they attack me. I mean, I would still just take, and once they take, I would take. I'd still just be up a piece. In all of these variations, I'm just up a piece. Take immediately seems like the worst option though. Otherwise I can just say, whoops, I made a mistake, come back, and play the other version. Okay, I'm just going to be up a piece. I think it's pretty good, right? Maybe I missed mate. Don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, so they have these moves to get in the way, but the king will be defending that twice, and off this one I'll hit her queen as well, so I can actually take first. And if they take, I still get their queen. So that seems pretty good. Here we go. So I'm expecting one of these. If they move their queen somewhere else, I can also take and then just take the knight, hitting this. If they move the queen away in the wrong direction, I can also take here, and then the king has to run. And then that's more checks. Or more problemos. Oh, stay focused. Stay focused. Don't make a mistake. Come on. No mistakes, please. Oh. I said I think this is one of the moves to expect. I think in all of them I win at least a piece. Wait, do I win a piece and an exchange? Unclear. Unclear. Anyway, waiting to see what they do. To say... Okay, I see my camera's getting a bit out of the way. Now they're probably going to play some move that I totally didn't expect, and once again I'm going to have to be like, oh, I wasn't thinking properly, what's happening? But I'm pretty sure they're going to have to move their queen at least. That pot seems unavoidable. Can't go here, can't go here. Can go here, but I just hit you again and uncover and also threaten mate. And also I can take here, so yeah, okay, no. I don't know, that none of those moves look very tempting. Or like an especially good idea. Amazing this whole game. These guys never moved. This guy did move, but just did this. 1, 2, fall asleep. One move, never moved again. One move, never moved again. Moved in castling, and then here and here. This one, which knight is this? Oh, it's the kingside knight, right? So it went on a little 1, 2, 3, 4, a little like routine. And then the queen just came out big time. The queen came here, here, and then somewhere else, and then again and again. I don't know, like I think the queen moved like 4 times. Okay, queen moved to the bottom. Alright, queen moved to the bottom means that I get the exchange. Anything better than the exchange? Yeah, this is my least favorite version because now they're gonna get their light square bishop out and try and like sack stuff on my king. Oh, you know what? We can make this pretty chill. I can take, they take back, I can take here with check, and then if they don't take back, I can just put my bishop here, and if they do, then we can just trade off, and I can take this, and they would have these guys left, and I would have these guys left, and just doing pretty good. Did I count that right? These guys get traded off. This gets traded off. So they've got this left. Hang on, I've got these guys left. Right. So an open exchange and a pawn structure, I guess, is the kind of the main point. Anything better than that? right now, actually, this pawn move does look very exciting, but it doesn't work, so never mind. This does seem like it might be a way to just defuse everything, but I maybe don't have to do that directly. I can do this, and after they take, I can just put my bishop here as well. Anywhere that their queen can go right now that's scary, not really. Alright, so we say thank you, and obviously we're threatening mate, so they have to take back. And then our follow-up moves are either here, or here, or here. I don't like this. I don't want to give them this whole situation in the back line. So it's one of those, I think. Which just... This one gives them their light square bishop still, though. So it might be nicer to just not give them their light square bishop like this. I also have this move to hit the queen. Now that the bishop, not the knight is moved, so I can go here and then I can go chop chop, hit the king. That might actually be possible as well. Yeah, okay, so this move is probably looking nicest actually because I get a... Oh no, they get him here. No, at least I'm on the diagonal, so that should be okay still. Yeah, I haven't... I should be moving my pieces a bit more. Anyway. Alright, yeah, so they do take... they can hit me, which is frustrating. I can just go here. Well, actually no, I would probably just go... I'm doing this now, right? So if they come at me... Actually, oh no, it doesn't matter, because I can just take with check first. Okay, never mind. So I think this is what we're doing. Over here. If I take and they check me, I can just come back again. Absolutely do not give a shit if they take some of my pawns. Pretty sure I'm just crushing in this situation, so I don't think that matters too much. Take, check. I don't even have to bring the knight back. Ugh, the rook back. I could just run up, I guess. Doesn't really matter if they take there. And then I can like hit this and has to run away. And then I can like, I don't know, do something else. Oh, I have this. Yeah, okay. Forgot I have another bishop. Yeah. Gotta remember about all your pieces, right? Alright, so we'll go ahead and take. So I'm expecting the check. And I'm thinking I'm actually going to sack this rook because there's mate here. And there's not many options for them to stop it. Yeah, so don't move this. Oh, sorry, don't move the bishop back. Just check up. If they take, I go here. And this is mate. If they do something that's not scary, I guess I could also just take here. Yeah, okay, so the calculation is up with the king, and then up with the bishop, and mate over there. I'm covering this square, I'm covering this square. This square is part of the bishop's diagonal. I guess I can come back with their queen here now, but then I can still just take this. And if they do this, unsure. Maybe I just do this, because it unloads against the queen. And once it takes there, I take here. And then this is stalemate. Yeah, okay. So up we go. So maybe this like in between move, stopping my queen from getting access to the king. But I'll be able to do this. And if they take there, then the knight hangs and we're back to the same mate. And if they don't take, I get my other rook out. I mean, I can even just put it straight here. I'm probably not, that's probably a terrible idea. Maybe I bring it here. Unexpected. Very unexpected. Okay. So take there, I guess. Still the same mate though, doesn't matter. Or take, if they take there, here, same mate problem still. Yeah, take, if they take there, I take, and then that's mate, so I don't think there's much to think about here. Just take. Still covering all the squares. And as soon as they take and I don't, I'm basically getting mate, so here I can check them, they have to run away. Here they go up. That's an unfortunate one. I kind of have to like do like a in-between move just to get. Okay. Doesn't this just lose though? I can do this or this. So I guess I go here because that gets me an easy check this way. So here, and you've got nowhere to go and nowhere to stop me. So here's mate. Alright. Stay focused for the last 3 seconds. Don't hang a queen and suddenly it's equal and we cry. I think it's basically just mate and 2 if it's not mate and 1. Isn't it? I guess if you go here, then I go here actually. No, probably not. Okay, they resigned. Alright, GG. Whoa. Are you laughing at me? Winning my game. Alright, let's get out of Zen mode. Let's get into full screen. Alright. Alright. Oh, I actually realized that my game was on quiet the entire time. GG. Oh no, you mouse slipped? Where? Oh no, they had a mouse slip? That's not good. Sounds good. Looking forward to a good game. Hope we're good. Whoops, that was a mouse slip. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. I didn't want to hear that. I'd prefer them being like, I played my best, but it didn't work out. Mouse slip. Hey, Fast Fourier Fox. Goodness me. And Jim came around. Hey, Jim. I think there's a few other people in the chat as well. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. I'm going to have a quick analysis, look at the game, chat with my opponent for 5 seconds. Fast Fourier Fox, who are you on the Slack, by the way? Are you even on the Slack? Apologies. I'm always trying to kind of link the Slack names to people who come around, and I'm not sure if I recognize Fast Fourier Fox from Slack. GG, Jim. Wife's position was amazing. Yeah, I was doing really well, but I don't know. Apparently they had a mouse slip somewhere. I'm not sure. They don't have move confirmation on. I don't know if anyone else can tell me when the mouse slip. That sucks, sorry. I don't know if someone else... So there's a lot of people who was watching the game. Oh, not in the stream, you bastards. Everyone's just watching on League S. Thanks for everyone watching. You should have come to the stream. Alright, so we had some people watching, but they didn't come to the stream. They just watched. Oh, Aurich, cool, man. Thanks a lot. Now at least I know. I see you're also on leeches as well. That was not the reason I lost. Where was it though? If you have a mic, we can post mortem together on stream quick. Otherwise, if you have any comments, please share here in chat. Alright, I'll actually move the chat box away so we can see the leeches chat in case they have some stuff to say. Analysis screen. Alright, I'm actually not going to look at the engine. I'm just going to look at book and our general analysis. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a lot of comment actually. Flippy Floppy LLC is evil. Feet Barbie coming in with the evil comments. Oh, someone already run the analysis. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, we were just doing super good all the way from... Oopsie daisy. All the way from here. D5 was incorrect, and then we just... Well, we dipped once a little bit, but we never really let our advantage go. So I'm going to be honest, I am absolutely thrilled with this game. Winning is obviously nice, but playing a good game feels the best. Let's see what everyone was saying. Go Flippy. Oh, cool. Val actually put it in the chat. That's really nice, Val. Thanks for sharing to everyone. Oh yeah, and Leeches does signal it at the top. Flippy Floppy is streaming up there. That's real nice. Bishop B2 felt kind of weird to me. The bishop is dead there. So yeah, buffer underrun is talking about Bishop E2. It does feel bizarro strange, but it's a move that I know matters sometimes in these structures, and because I wanted to be able to move my knight at some point, I thought that maybe this is the good place for it. But yeah, we actually do see the evaluation drop, so it wasn't the best. I should have apparently just gone F4 straight away. So fair enough. I don't know, maybe Bishop B3 instead of F4 and then B3. Oh, okay. So he's thinking maybe here and here. Yeah, I never really wanted to put my bishop like out. This is again just, I've done that kind of positions and it doesn't really work out so well, so I was much happier not moving it or just keeping it on the diagonals from the back. F4 might be possible, I guess, since queen e3, king h1, bishop c3 traps the queen. Okay, so here there was a different situation. There is no queen d3. Oh yeah, okay. So I was also thinking queen d3 was an option, but I and saw it as well. Doesn't want to cooperate with me today. Also, so yeah, so I did go back, play f5. Yeah, looks still good to me. And then perhaps f6. Yeah, I suppose queen d8. Yeah. These squares will become weak after f6, but I was never quite sure if I wanted to play it because it also gives them the e6 square and also just a lot of access over there, which helped kind of bad. Hey Joshua, oh this is you, awesome man. Okay, hang on, give me 1 second. I'm actually, if you have a mic, that'd be fantastic. Let me, how do you do this again? OBS Ninja, I think is the site. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to create a room for us. Create room. I'll just do this so you guys can't see what it's called. Okay. And enter the room control. Okay. Copy link. Josh, if you are in the... I'm actually going to message you on Leeches. Here's the link to the room. there's the password. See if you can get in. And if you can, then maybe we can have a few seconds chatting on stream. That'd be quite nice. I'd quite enjoy that. That OBS Ninja is a way to create like an online virtual call where I can then take the person who's joining's audio and or video and put them into my stream. So I can actually just get them straight into the stream, which is real nice. Where were we now? Here's where we were. Okay, so let's just see if it works. That'd be pretty awesome. In the meantime, I just have to double check if you're in here or not. Yeah. Okay, enables. Man, okay, I have to double check how to do this as well to make sure it works. So let's just make sure that we are ready for them if they arrive. In the meantime, back here, and actually just going to get my own cell phone so I can keep track of things because it's getting a bit tricky. Microphone so you can chat on the stream. Okay. Nice. Maybe give me like 5-10 minutes still. Is it official? What is official? Is what official? Touch our tongues together to make it official. Yes, Josh, I messaged you on League S. So please go have a look. I messaged you on League S with a link which you have to enter, and there's a password you have to do, which I also sent to you. So should be easy enough to get done. And in the meantime, I'm just going to quickly open up chat on my phone because it's so difficult to keep everything organized always. I'm not seeing that. Where did I send it then? No, it's in the chat with, it's in our chat with Chester. Like there, you can see it right there. How are you not seeing your own chat with Chester? Oh, is OBS Ninja official trusted? I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea if it's official or trusted. It's just, it's an easy option for us to use. Official trusted. I don't know what would be the problem if it wasn't official trusted though. I'm not sure what the big concern would be. That like other people would listen to your call maybe? I'm not sure. Oh, okay, no, it wasn't on Leash, it was in Slack, sorry. Anyway, Josh, if you can hurry on over, we can make a call, but let's make it quick because I really have to go pee as well and get to my home chores, so let's not take too long. I'm going to quickly read the rest of the chat while I'm waiting for you to get in here. Okay, Queen S7 X6. I have absolutely no idea why you're asking me for Firefox connection. What's that about? Oh, okay, Josh, you're in. 1 second. I can see you on my screen. Now I just have to steal you into... Okay, 1 second. Copy solo link. Copy to clipboard. Alright, so you're already technically in the stream because we can see you there, but just give me a second to put you into the stream properly. Yeah, man. Alright. Okay, let's see if that works. It looks like it did not work. Why did it not work? This is your link. It does look like it's showing, but you're not visible. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you are visible. We're making progress. Should we make it smaller? Here we go. Alright. So you're visible, but you're stuck. That doesn't seem right. Okay. Why do you disappear? And apparently your audio is coming through to the stream, but I can't hear you, so I still have to fix something here. 1 second. Okay, can you hear me? Josh, can you hear me? Yes or no? I can hear you talking, but I can't hear you. Is your mic on? Is your microphone on? I can't hear you. We could try voice chat on League S, but that's kind of separate. I don't know. Okay, you're saying that it is apparently on. I can see you nodding, but I can't hear you on my side. So let me just see what I'm missing. Um, Here we go. Oh, is this me as well in the background? I don't know if I've got two of myself currently. Solo cam.
Do you hear this
There we
one?
go. There we go. There we go. I
Do
can
you
hear
hear
you
this
finally.
microphone?
Okay, I can hear you now finally. Can you hear me? Josh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You should please just
Can you
mute
hear this?
the stream then.
Can you hear this?
I can still hear you. Alright, Jim, are you in chat? Can you hear Josh as well?
I think there's a lag.
There is a lag if you're listening through the stream. That's why I'm saying you have to listen through the
I can hear
channel I
you.
created only. There's a significant lag if you're listening from the stream. You should be listening from...
Okay, I can't hear
Oh, here we
you
go, here we go. I got it, I got it.
directly,
It
but
was
let
my
me
bad.
just see
Okay, sorry, Josh, can you hear me now? This is
why.
the...
Yeah, I
Okay,
can hear
sorry,
you
so
through
mute the
this.
stream. That was my mistake, my bad. Sorry about that.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you won't see me there. You'll see me on stream, but just mute the stream, and then I think we should be okay. For some reason, your face isn't coming through properly on... So this is your information. Okay, there we go, there we go. Okay, I think we're good.
Okay, cool. Well played.
All
Congratulations on
right,
the win.
thank you
Nice
very
game.
much. Wow, that took
Yeah.
forever. Let's go on
Sorry.
for
Yeah,
one more.
I kept playing because I just thought maybe I had some chance
Oh yeah, yeah,
of
yeah, yeah. I
my
don't
pieces becoming
I don't
active.
begrudge you that at all because there's always a chance that I like make a mess of it somewhere. The problem with the Nimzo and actually the reason I stopped playing it for a long time myself was because like you can get a really strong position, but it's really easy for black to complicate it and like just bust. Like you play G5 eventually, right? At that
Yeah.
point, I had a really strong position, but normally if it comes earlier, then like I just don't know what to do. I have no idea, and then I always lose. So I thought I would give it a go, and I tried really hard not to make any silly mistakes. Um,
Yeah, well, you did a great job. The
Thank you.
Nimzo is tough
Yeah, the
for
Nimzo
me
is a
because I
tricky
haven't.
there.
I
Actually,
want to play it, but I haven't played it a lot.
do you want to just walk us through from your side? Because I've been talking this whole time about my thoughts and stuff. So maybe just like a few moves somewhere that you were like specifically important. So, for instance, I'll, I'll,
Um,
I'll ask you some questions unless you have a specific position in mind that you'd like to talk about.
well, I mean, we played through the first. Let me just take a look. Like, I'm going through the opening. I
Sure.
felt good trading off the bishop and then
Yeah.
playing c5 right after.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
Um,
that is that's definitely best moves. So you're still very much in theory.
and then after you played e3, I was sort of not totally sure what to do, but I figured knight c6 and castles was fine.
Yeah.
Then you played knight e2, and I
Yeah.
played b6. I guess we're
Yeah.
equal. You played e4.
Yeah. We're still following
That
theory heavily, right?
Yeah, and so here I'm totally out of theory. And when I looked at some lines, I was like, oh, it seems like you have to play d5 frequently. And I
Yeah.
saw one line like when I was prepping where you push d4 and I should play d5. So I was like, well, not sure what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
thought d5. I figured you would play e5,
Mhm.
and that felt cramped. Um, when you did, I was debating between knight e8 and knight d7, and I regretted a lot not playing knight e8. It
Yeah.
looks like the position gets a lot substantially worse, and it certainly did after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. 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 I guess your light square bishop just never gets a chance to come out, so it's just a bit.
Yeah, and that's why I strongly considered it. I think for me, the game was kind of lost there with d5 and knight d7,
Yeah. Well,
and
it
you
is
just
plus
played.
2.5 immediately, so I guess the ancient agrees. I didn't feel that way, but definitely the evaluation says So it's tough position.
Yeah, because like if I had played E8, I could have played F6 and just attacked that pawn chain on the head and moved my knight right back
Yeah.
and had a nice kingside attack. Like if you had taken, I don't know why I didn't do that. That was a big mistake.
Yeah.
And then after that, I didn't really have a chance to get back in the game. To your credit, so I thought it was a big mistake. Queen G5.
It was definitely, and this is something I've done in the past as well. Where like, the piece I can move is the queen. Let me get it out, but like it just kind of doesn't work out very well.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of player who usually moves the queen out before finishing other development, but
Yeah.
I felt so cramped and I was like, man, I want to try to blast things open. That was kind of a mistake. I guess I should have played F5 there or
Apparently,
F6.
it says F5 is the move here. I mean, I was even wondering if you would play something like just putting the knight out and then trying to like jump it around, even like bringing it back.
G6.
I don't know, like knight
You mean like,
G6.
I thought about that. I also thought
Yeah.
about knight E6
Oh,
to
yeah,
try to
yeah, yeah.
find
Yeah,
G4.
actually, I saw knight e6. Actually, that e6 square was a big one for you, actually, because your rook, your bishop, and your knight can go past there. So I think that's partly why, after I got the f4, f5 in, you've got like so little space to maneuver around anymore, right? So
Yeah,
that
so
jumping
I
in,
really think those three moves kind of lost it for me.
yeah, tough.
Obviously, you were kicking my queen around. I tried to play on to see if I could just create space or shut down that whole side.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, you had that knight to F4 fork, which I saw, which really shut down a lot of tactics, and it tried to make it work
Yeah,
with G5. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
your move, Queen G3 check, was really good.
Thank you. Yeah,
Um,
I was kind of wondering, am I supposed to now just like, do I just have nothing? I was really scared after you played G5. If I'm just like,
yeah,
I know I should take en passant. I've built this entire attack on the king side, but I'm so worried that like there's like one misstep and then it's all equal again, or like something stupid like that. So yeah,
yeah.
I was
I was surprised by your move, uh, Queen C7 check, because I just thought you would immediately play
yeah. I can
Knight
it's going to
F4.
be delayed on the stream, but I'll quickly show you kind of what I was thinking about. I thought that you
Yeah,
would play your knight over to protect your king, and then I would play the fork with the knight on your rook and your queen. And then, you've got some spots to move your queen to, but nothing fantastic. So I think like there's only really like a few dark squares in the area. So let's say you move just close. Then I thought I would actually check first, because if you move anywhere backwards, then I can, that I can check you with the knight take, then probably I can end up taking your knight at the back as well, because your h7 knight is defended by your king and your queen. So depending on where you move them, it just doesn't have any defense, right? So
yeah,
I
I
thought I
hadn't.
might have some way to
That's
complicate it.
interesting. I didn't. Maybe I should have taken more time on that move. Was that low on time there? Yeah, it didn't take too long.
Oh yeah, you were already a bit low, I think.
I didn't think about knight E7. That's probably. I don't know. I guess it's not better than what I played.
I I was
Um,
also wondering after knight f4, when I did then play the fork, I was wondering if you would play your queen back or your rook back to just kind of defend against my queen. So queen h4 felt confusing. I was wondering if I either missed something or if I'm just like able to do some amazing attack. But
the
it seemed
reason
I
I
was
played
just good.
queen,
Yeah.
yeah, H4 was because when I calculated the other lines, they were clearly losing, and I thought
Okay,
maybe
yeah. So fair enough,
maybe
you
have
saw.
competition.
No,
Like
completely fair.
I was just thinking maybe I could get some sort of perpetual or some sort of battery on
Yeah,
G2.
yeah.
Like, but that's just desperation. I thought I was gonna lose a whole rook if I did either of the blocks. Like if I played queen, I almost played queen f7,
Oh
but
yeah.
then you just take the queen, and I take back, and then my knight is hanging, and
Yeah.
my rook is.
Yeah, the rook is
really
still
good.
hurt. I can check your king as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can also take the other pawn and then I'm hitting your isolated pawn in front of. I mean, it's just a bad position. There's lots of potential ways it could get worse.
You know what I was wondering, and I didn't get to check this.
Sure.
When I played, you played. What move was this? 20 F takes. No, 21 G takes H7.
Yeah.
And I thought about playing King H8.
Ah,
Just a little there. That wouldn't have made a difference.
yeah, that would have been. I think probably you'd have just been like, oh shit, and resign. Normally, when we lose a queen, we don't want to play on, right? So, yeah, that would have been tough. Yeah, actually, I was thinking it's kind of funny how like it seems the best move for me is to just to keep on taking with this pawn, just take the G pawn, take the H pawn. So yeah,
Well, opening up the king side is good. Um, yeah, great game. I mean,
thanks, man.
I always feel like I often have a chance to get back into a game. So yeah,
Yeah,
you
I don't think that's incorrect at all, by the way. I felt like you had chances to get back into the game. So even though the engine says like super plus a million, it didn't feel that way until the end. Because I used to play the Nimzo a lot, like a lot, and it's so quick where like it's sharp and like it just falls apart. Like white's clearly winning. Oh, never mind. White's just equal or losing now. So yeah, I don't think there's
yeah.
anything wrong with that at all. Definitely, yeah.
I should probably go help my family now,
Oh yeah,
but we
I've got
should play again
chores.
sometime.
The wife's waiting as well. Glad for the game. Thank you for organizing on the time spot that was available in the end. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much for the
Sure.
game, and
See you
hopefully
around.
see you
And thanks
soon.
for joining up on stream. It's really cool to see like who the person is. So I hope to see you around again sometime.
Totally. Well,
Cool,
good
man.
game, Flippy Floppy.
Sure. See you again. Ciao, Rush. Bye bye. All right. So I guess that calls it for today. Awesome of Josh to come past. Super cool to have them here for a little bit. I don't know why this guest cam keeps disappearing. Very confusing. But anyway, glad to have them come join. Thanks for everyone who was on sticking around the stream as well. Also helping me make sure that the setup was working. Yeah, that's really cool, right? It's difficult to always get it right because I don't invite people on stream super always nowadays. So um, yeah, whoops, I kind of forgot how to set it up properly at the start, but it worked out. So that's it. Thank you very much for joining, everyone. I'm super happy with winning. Um, Personally, I feel this is one of the best Nimzo games I've played. Josh obviously gave me a massive help by putting their queen out and letting me kick them around. So maybe it wasn't that I was playing so super good. Maybe it was more the inaccuracy on their side that kind of forced it. But since I've lost a lot of Nimzo-Indians in the past, I'm super happy, and I think my team's doing pretty well as well. But we'll do a recap of this week's results again on Monday. So oh yeah, so after this, later tonight my side, I'm streaming again for a few games. I'm catching Val, my one teammate's game for a while, and then tomorrow evening my side, when right before the pairings for round 3 come out, do come past, we're going to be doing a quick recap of round 2, seeing how the teams are doing. So yeah, be safe and take care, and thank you very much for coming past, and hope to see you guys next time.